Rosa Peligrosa here on a Rosa Friday. The walk that I do into Cactuslandia, where the Posta resides. And I'm on the edge of a cliff here. There's my stick. Came down through up there. And there's some flowers over there. We're gonna go take a look at that in a moment. I took a picture of that same type of flower on Wednesday when I was leaving the Posta. Still kind of early. It's like almost 20 minutes to 12, which means I'm here a little earlier. And because I'm in much better condition now, almost 100% recovered from my digestive bout, my muscle strength and my brain have returned. Let's go look at these flowers, because these are the flowers that come out in the rainy season, which is now rainy season. Yeah, the rainy season in the desert almost never rains, right? So there they are. Some of them are a little bit beat up. More over there. Now, when I came in the very first time with Maria Mercedes, we saw some really beautiful flowers that had popped up right after the rain. They just come straight up out of the ground. They're beautiful, all different colors, same species, different colors. How are those? Now, I could grow something like this in my garden. All I need is to make sure to keep them watered, and they'll just keep going crazy. But I'm not in a position right now to start raping the desert hills for my garden. I really need to get a place of my own. Oh, let's look at this. Oh, are these flowers? What are these? Oh, some kind of, oh, these are seeds for something. There were flowers. Oh, let me grab some of these seeds here. I'll just grab a branch. Be much easier. I'll put that in my pocket. I know, I just keep collecting all these damn seeds. I'm dying to start planting stuff. Yeah, so I was just taking a moment here to enjoy the view. You know, a short rest. It wasn't much of a walk up here. The longer walk, believe it or not, is the back and forth getting to this area. But that's all right. So, yeah. You can probably use these rocks, this rock face, this cliff face, to do some rock climbing. I'm not at that point, hey. Years ago, I had scaled down a rock cliff over a portion of Route 25 and that goes out towards Monroe before they opened up that section of the highway. Scaled down, you know, I was 19 years old, 18 years old. Scaled down the hill and the rock face or whatever, and then climbed back up. Never even gave a thought of the fact that I could probably fall and die. Yeah, well, when you're young, you don't think about that. I think about death, but I don't know. I'm not really worried about it. You know, I've had to face death more than once. I've mentioned it before. First time was that damn car accident, 1966, that seemed to change my life forever. I feel like that was the launching point of who I am. It started before that, but it's funny. It's like my life is divided. You know, I have different divisions in my life. But the first division of my life is pre-accident, post-accident. Other times I faced death. I was threatened with being drowned in a small lake or a large pond, whatever you want to call it, in a forest somewhere, by somebody who wanted me to comply and do some things that, as a young, still a child, it's like, you're either going to comply or I'm going to drown you here. Well, Wasn't a good experience. And then the next time I had to face death, I'm not sure which one came first. The one where the guy was going to knife me to do some things, and then he was going to knife me afterwards, and I talked him out of it. Or was it the two guys with the gun? A couple of thugs. I don't want to go into details of that. Maybe I'll write a story about it. And what was the next time after that? Oh, the mafia. The mafia were looking to fuck me up, so I had to make myself scarce, and I was really good at doing that. And then they got tired of looking for me, and then I don't know, the other mafia family who was against them. Really strange how I got hooked up with an older. Well, I was 19. I got hooked up with an older man. He was like 38, and yeah, so he was like a boyfriend for a while. On the weekends, he took me out and stuff, and that was from the Piccolo family. The Curcios were after me, and then let's see. Yeah, so those three. Well, those three kind of happened kind of quickly. Yeah, the most recent brush with death is 2008, when I was extremely ill. I had been battling a chronic illness without even realizing I had a chronic illness until I was in pretty bad shape. I don't want to go into details, but had I not taken the measures that I had taken, I don't think I'd be here today. It's taken me about 12 years to rebuild my health. I'm still rebuilding my health. This is probably the best year health-wise that I've had since 2008. I still have my bouts. Lots of time my bouts are brought on by my lack of discipline sometimes with my diet. You know, I've gotten more disciplined over the years, and I've lost my connection to food. In other words, I don't eat to please my taste buds. I eat the foods that I need to stay alive and stay healthy, and to keep my chronic illness in check. So so death is always around the corner. Death is it's a fact of life. I mean, I see all these people worrying about dying. Yeah, well, you should worry about dying, but you shouldn't worry about it. Do the measures that you need to do in order to have a healthy body. See, people are afraid of dying, but they're not willing to take the time to change their lifestyle, to live a healthy life, and to take full advantage of this experience that has been gifted to us by some power that we don't understand. And so, what can you say? Everybody has they can make their choice. To call it free will, right? But I'm willing to do what it takes to take care of my body. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm going to tell you right now, you guys. If you think a mask is going to save you from death, you're mistaken. But anyway, so yeah, I do what's necessary. And the thing is, every living creature, and even the plants, everything manifested will be unmanifested. What do I mean? Everything born will die. It's the cycle. Sometimes death comes too soon, sometimes too late. I don't believe in prolonging my life through machines and all that kind of stuff, and all kinds of special drugs. And let me tell you, folks, when death starts knocking at my door, it's time to go. And I will be reabsorbed into whatever exists out there. The most beautiful thing to do, or to be, or to happen would be if I were this old lady and I were out in nature and I died out in nature. I think that's what Greg wanted. Greg thought he would die by, I remember I had a talk with him before he died. He was in hospice. He was morphined up and everything when he was dying of cancer. And he said, you know, I always thought that I would be either ripped apart by a bear or a lion or a tiger or trampled by an elephant or water buffalo, who knows. He expected death in that manner because he lived his life as an adventurist. But he was a career adventurist in a way where it was, you know, part of his profession. He professional hunter and professional guide to, you know, to go out into the nature. And well, you know, he got hooked up in the drugs and stuff. Well, he had a tumor on his brain. It wasn't in the brain; it was in the vascular portion of the brain. And you know, I remember he was complaining about headaches for, oh God, for years. Doctors kept telling him, "It's your sinuses. It's your sinuses." Well, then they finally did some testing after he couldn't take it anymore, and they found a fucking tumor growing in the vascular portion of his brain. He almost bled to death on the operating table. And then he had to go on some drugs and stuff, and he prolonged his life for 10 years. You know, the cancer had metastasized and went into his bones, but, you know, he tried some various experimental stuff, experimental drugs. It wasn't chemo, it was something else. And then he started ramping up his life and started doing some things that were pretty incredible. And so yeah, so Greg lived a very full life, and you know, he had been, like I said, he'd been sick for 10 years, but he was still living it, and he was like a bone, even uh taking people out deer hunting and stuff. And then he finally died, you know, less than a couple weeks before his I don't know, his 56th birthday, 55th birthday, I forget. He died in 2013. He was born in 57. Yeah, so it was before his 56th birthday. Greg was my high school boyfriend. He was the most influential person in my life. He was the one person I guess you can say I really, really loved deeply. But you know, we were young, we were kids, and strange stuff happened and stuff. He went his way, I went my way. But you know, I think that was what was meant to happen. Then we became friends again after 1995. I went searching for Greg because I've been dreaming about him for years, and then he became a new influence in my life. I didn't agree with his politics. I didn't agree with some of his views. You know, he was hanging out with too much with the with the elite, and I don't know. He had kind of a barbaric view of life, but he was very wise. Greg was very wise, and sometimes he wasn't very wise, but he was. Doesn't matter. We're all like that, right? Um, so I miss him very much, but um, a part of him is a part of me, as you know, he's left his legacy with many people. He's done some very scandalous things. You know, he did some things that weren't good. Uh, some things that his widowed wife told me about, but details not important. So he wasn't exactly a person of complete integrity, but we all try, you know. But like I said, he was a major influence in my life. Had it not had it not been for Greg, my life would have turned out much differently. And so here I am, enjoying nature, remembering Greg, thinking about Porter, thinking about a lot of people. A lot of people have loved, have died from many different things. Kim DeLuca, 2016, tragically killed on her way to work, about 3 minutes from the house. Lost control of the car, hit some black ice, was hit by a garbage truck. Probably died very quickly. Very sad. And then there's lots of people. They're all going. We're all going to go one day. And, it's sad because we miss those people. But, it's something we have to accept. Yeah, something we have to accept. We accept birth, we must accept death. If people think that they are going to stop death with a mask, I've got news for you. It ain't going to happen. And that's the raw truth of it all. But look at down there. I want to go into some of these little ravines and stuff. I would really like to be on that other side, but that means I'd have to scale down. There's some places for scaling down that are easier, but I'm just going to do my best for now. On a day when I've got more time, because tonight's a karaoke night with Alexis, because it's her birthday. She's 29 years old today, and we're all going to go out and have a little karaoke fun. And so I must keep my energy up so that I don't fizzle out. But I'm feeling pretty good, and when I get to the post, I think I'll snack on my cheese. I brought some cheese that I bought in Tianguis yesterday, and I still have the grapes that were given to me. Excuse me, last week from the chicken guy. His name is Salvador, and yeah, he was always trying to give me food. He was trying to give me some marinated chicken breasts. I said, don't do it. I said, I don't want to be cooking in my room. I don't want to be washing dishes in the bathroom sink. I still got dishes that need washing in the bathroom sink. There's no fun about washing dishes in the bathroom sink, especially if the sink is fucking small. I live very primitively, but I feel very happy, in spite of my primitive lifestyle with no refrigeration, no light in the bathroom. I finally connected a light in my room, standing precariously on top of a little stool, very wiggly. Oh my God. Luckily I didn't fall down. But and what else? I don't have anything. I don't have TV. I don't have a lot of things. I don't have transportation. I don't have a car. I don't have a motorcycle. I don't even have a bicycle. I don't even have regular phone service, guys. I haven't had phone service since my phone was robbed way back in May. So, yeah, I don't have any of those things. I just got, I've got the smartphones now have the Wi-Fi and everything on them. So as long as I got Wi-Fi, I can connect with the world as long as I can connect to Wi-Fi. Eventually, I'm going to get some phone service so I can, I guess, connect when I'm not, in Wi-Fi range somewhere. But to tell you the truth, I just don't really feel a need to be like talking on the phone to people. Really. The only person right now I really want to talk to because we haven't talked in a while and he's kind of going crazy is Jim Porter. Jim Porter was one of Greg's best friends back in high school, and Porter and I reconnected up back before, oh, what year was it? Before 2004 or right around 2004. I don't remember exactly. But, Greg and I and Porter had a chance to do some snake hunting. Now, we say snake hunting. We weren't killing snakes. We're catching them. Today, they don't call it hunting. They call it herping because they're herptiles. Herptiles are reptiles. So if you're going out catching the herptiles, it's called herping. So we went out herping in the Carolinas, and that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun all those years with those snakes and everything. I've yet to find a snake here. So I'm thinking about Porter right now. I'm dying to bring Porter here. I wish he would just fucking bite the bullet, do something real, and come to Mexico. Come to Maybe I should just get my phone service, call him up, and brainwash him. Come to Mexico. Come to Mexico. Come to Mexico. Come to Mexico. You gotta come to Mexico. Love Mexico. And I love the Mexican people. Oh, I love Mexican people. God, I love Mexican people. Thank God for Mexico. So normal here. It's so real here. So close to real living. It's a real life. I don't feel like it's a real life when I'm in the United States. It's just everything's so phony. Well, I live a real life, but I feel like I'm trying to live a real life within a fantasy world. I can't live like that. The United States is a beautiful place. I've always loved my country. I've always loved everything, but I don't love a lot of the things that have been happening over many decades. I don't love some of the history, and it's just unfortunate what these globalists are doing to the planet right now. People have been so propagandized for so long that they don't know what the truth is anymore, and that's a sad thing. You know, you want to get mad and angry with these people, and my brother gets angry, but you know, you can't blame people. You know, the propagandizing goes very deep. What are you gonna do? You know, I didn't for some reason I wasn't a good one to propagandize. Something happened with my brain when I was in that car accident. It did change me. I know that, and I wasn't a quick one to jump in on anybody's bandwagon. And I've lived my life that way, and I'm grateful for having had that opportunity. In fact, I'm glad I had that accident. I'm glad for lots of things. Yeah, it's a great life. It's a really great life. And until it's not great anymore, but I'm always working towards something better. Times have been where life felt really horrible, but I never gave up. Never gave up. I never traded my integrity for personal gain. In fact, because of my integrity, I walked away from a very big paying job back in 1996. I wasn't about to support any corporate lies. You just can't pay me enough to lie. Well, I don't know. People say that, right? If somebody offers you $1,000,000, here, be our, our speaker to tell lies to the world. Would I take the money? I don't think I could. I don't think I could sleep with myself. I know hunger, and it doesn't scare me. I know fear. I know anger. I know the desire to want to kill someone. I've come close to trying to kill a couple people. One person pressed the wrong atomic button, and I was ready to crush her skull. It took 4 guys to save her life. It was back in the 80s. I was pretty strong and powerful back in the 80s when I was lifting lots of weights and stuff. But I was a very peaceful person. But, oh, Jesus, don't push my buttons. Well, I'm trying to deactivate those atomic buttons over time. It's not easy, though. The adrenaline goes and boom. And I'm not a person to anger easily. It takes me a long time. It takes something serious. I don't get angry over stupid shit. I get angry over things that are important. But I try to control that because it's a response that, our responses to things can be controlled if we can learn to control our emotions. Not easy to do. But luckily she didn't get killed and I didn't go to prison. Yeah. So I'm still here. I'll be 63 in September. I feel this is the best I've felt in over 25 years. Really. I feel great. And that's not just physical. That's also spiritual and mental. So I feel like I've got those 3 in line. Got those 3 in line. I'm still working though on that atomic button. But this is Rosa Pellegros over and out. This is too long of a video. But I just felt like, I felt like talking. Felt like saying stuff. I don't often get a chance to have conversations like I'm having right now with anybody, And the other thing is, too, is when I do have conversations with anybody about anything here, of course, it's in Spanish. And, I am trying to improve my grammar and my vocabulary. in order to speak at the level that I feel like I need to speak at. You know, I like to sound like I have some intelligence and my mind works. You know, it's hard. You know, another language. You know, sometimes you're at a 6th grade level, and I think I've gotten a little higher. I think now I'm like almost at a high school level in my speech, maybe higher. I'm not sure. Someone says, you speak 99%. I go, no way, man. It's more like 85%, if there. I might be fluent, but I'm not at the level where I would like to speak. I'm not able to speak in the manner like I'm speaking right now, and that doesn't feel very good. But I like speaking to people, so I do a lot of talking with people in Spanish, and say hello to people on the road while I'm walking. And Mexicans are very friendly, so if you don't say hello first, oftentimes they say hello first. So it's very nice. I love it. But this is Rosa Peligrosa over now. I said I was going to leave. Okay, we can pick up this video a little bit further down the road. And I'm going to walk along silently and listen to the cicadas. This electric sound buzzing through the air. I love it. It's a beautiful world, folks. It's a beautiful planet. We should be celebrating, hugging, kissing, touching, all of it. That's my advice. Hugging, kissing, doing things for each other, caring for each other. It's the most important thing in this world right now. So this Rosa Peligrosa over and out.